Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. It's an honor, an opportunity to be here today to speak to you about the reason why I am running for public office. Politics has always been a desire, a passion, an objective of mine because I believe in public service. I believe in serving people from the depths and the bowels of my soul. I am going to give myself willingly, unconditionally to the people of Mississauga in Ward 5. Because I love the people in Mississauga and I love the people in Ward 5 in particular. And when I go to the city of Mississauga, when I'm elected as their representative, I assure you with confidence that I will make a strong, resounding case for the taxpayers of Ward 5. The taxpayers of Ward 5 deserve proper, decent, reasonable representation. Not the type of representation that they're currently receiving. They need representation with full, true and plain disclosure. They need to be told exactly what is taking place in Ward 5 in Mississauga. They're currently not being told all the facts with respect to what is taking place in terms of how their tax dollars are being spent, how it's being allocated. Currently, as is a known fact, Ward 5 generates the most tax revenue for the whole of Mississauga. But when the city's budget is being determined, it seems as though the people in Ward 5 are at the bottom of the list. Well, I assure you, when I am elected as your representative, I am going to do everything in my political power to change that particular situation. The people of Ward 5 voice needs to be heard throughout the breadth and length of the city of Mississauga. Quite often, we are considered second best. It's like we are second-class citizens within our own cities. It is with a strong belief and a strong passion and desire for justice to ensure that when you pay your taxes, that your tax dollars are given you receive the best service in return. You don't want to be paying more dollars and receiving fewer services. It is just not right and proper. There are environmental issues and environmental problems in Ward 5. There aren't reasonable and sustainable programs currently, based upon the research that I've done so far, to deal with the environmental hazards and environmental realities that we are currently faced with. We have issues of problems with youths. Every politician who have sought office in Ward 5 have at one time or another raised the youths or problems to do with youths as an election issue. But when they go to City Hall and time to deliver, they can't deliver. It seems as though that they have forgotten about the youths. We have problems in terms of transportation. The people in Ward 5, most of the people who live in Ward 5 take the buses. However, sufficient amount of tax dollars are simply not being allocated to properly service the buses in Ward 5 or the transportation system in Ward 5. The people in Ward 5, for the most part, are working class citizens. We deserve better. We need representation. Representation that is going to speak to the matters that concern us, the public at large, And I tell you, when I go there, I speak with passion and desire. I speak with the bowels of my soul to bring your realities, your concerns to City Hall, to ensure that in the determination, the design, the engineering of public policies in Mississauga, that Ward 5 is not left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for the opportunity. Did you enjoy that? Huh?
Talk about yourself.
Okay. Myself, I am Ricardo Francis. I first came to Canada in 1984. I later came back to Canada in 1986. My grandmother insisted I return to Canada, convinced my father to give me the opportunity to come here. From 1986 to now, I've been through the baptism of fire in this country. I've had my highs and lows. I've taken on institutions in this country. I've taken on organizations because I have firm and positive convictions that I believe in. During my time in Canada, I earned a university degree at York University in political science. Upon graduation, I went to South Korea and taught English as a second language. Upon my return, I briefly went back to the Caribbean before coming back to Canada, where I worked for approximately 2.5 years in the investment field on Bay Street. Also taught English as a second language. I've worked as an education manager, an ESL instructor, a law instructor, studied law for a year from England, and today I operate a legal services business where I represent people with all sorts of problems. There are problems out there, I can tell you that. So when you elect me, you're electing a man who is knowledgeable, experienced. I just want to tell you, I didn't just come off the banana boat, and I didn't fall off no mango tree, even though I'm from the Caribbean. What I want to say to you, I have vision, positive vision for positive changes. So when I am your representative, because I have confidence and faith in you, the people of Ward 5, that on election day, that you're going to do the right thing and the proper thing by placing the same confidence in me as I have in you to be your elected representative. I thank you very much. God bless you.